Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again, and yeah, welcome to the toys review. Now I'm sitting here alongside with a well-crafted wood. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because the old place that I used to, reviewing a toys is apparently being used, and also there's a lot of clothes. So yeah, it's kind of messy, and also there's other TVs blocking the way. So yeah, there is two TVs on my room, but I'm not gonna use that. Anyways, though, we're gonna talk about the Lego. Now Lego is one of those. Sorry, is one of the biggest brick company in this world. And also, Lego is known for an overpriced toys. When I was a kid, I didn't have enough money, so getting in that thing is like like you getting a supercars. Okay, it's just that expensive back in my days. Now there is a lot of way to bypass that. Is one, you being smart to managing. You're smart enough to manage the money, and then you can buy your favorite Lego set, or maybe you went into a local store, maybe an online store. Find your favorite Lego set with really affordable prices. Also, there is other things, which is what I did back in the day, is buying a fake Lego set or a knockoff Lego set. Now, a knockoff Lego set, the advantage of that is they are very cheap, mildly cheap than the original. But also, there is a disadvantage when it comes to the fake Lego set, is you didn't get the sense of Lego. Like, you're not buying Lego, you buying, I don't know, Lepin, Lele Brothers, whatever it is. But yeah, that's the advantage of a fake Lego sets. Even though they're very cheap, but also they comes with a very cheap quality. Okay, and you know I might be enjoying buying one of those fake Lego sets, but at the same time I was kind of regret it because at least I'm expecting decent quality, but I think some of this company like doesn't have the word quality in their dictionary. But okay, listen, today's we're gonna reviewing a you know what, I feel sorry to call this a toys a fake Lego set because what I bought is a brick cars, and one thing that is very surprising is uh, they have their own originality, sort of. But there's a one thing that you might then find in a Lego that you probably find on some of these choices. So yeah, today is we're just gonna reviewing a lot of a brick car. I'm not gonna say a fake Lego or set whatever it is because you're not gonna find this thing on Lego. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's a brick cars, and I bought a lot. So today we're gonna reviewing this one by one, and I'm gonna ask you one of those important questions. Is it any good? And also, for a bit of a fun, maybe like a side question, does it compatible with the actual Lego? So, ladies and gentlemen, let's start reviewing. Okay, so the first toys or the first cars, it's a pullbacks. This is a mini racing pacemaker from D Cool. Now, yeah, it's called a D Cool. It's not Be Cool, although it might be cooler than saying Be Cool. But it's their own company. They call it D Cool. Now, this cars reminds me of the old Lego shell. The Lego Ferrari shell. That old Le Mans prototype car. Yeah, this car reminds me of that. So let's just open it. I don't know what is it gonna be. And one thing I did love when it comes to this one is there's a lot of like a pullback cars. The pullback is always been always have a special heart, special place in my heart. So there it is, the things the pulling back, and also there's a lot of cars like you got the blue. You can already see that. Okay? Now let's just building this car. And here it is. It's finally done. So yeah, this car it's pretty much reminds me of the old Lego, the Lego shell polybag. So it has like a this big nose. It reminds me of the FXX, and also you got the old Le Mans prototype style car. And when it comes to quality, I think the quality is very decent. And because of the pullback, let's just test it out. Okay. So, it does working, hell yeah. So yeah, this car is compatible with the Lego set, so it's a good point for me. And also, one thing I did like when it comes to this Lego set is there's no stickers. Like what you just see is all printed piece. Like the racing on the back is all racing. So yeah, it's really decent Lego. I give it 8 out of 10. So the second brick set is from a car model by a Miniso. So yeah, since there's not Miniso, it's like a local store. It's like a Walmart, but they sell like a some like a Korean style, something like that. I'm kind of surprised that they sell uh, a brick or a knockoff Lego, so I say. No, it's very obvious they trying to make a McLaren Senna, and also other cars that I saw is they also made the Torino and also the Porsche, which is very interesting car choices. Now apparently this isn't a 4 studs wide. I guess it's I think it's a 6 studs wide, but it just that small. Okay, it's okay. It's quite okay. It's quite interesting to see. So we have okay. Surprisingly, we have a lot, and oh well. Okay, in fact, this is another pullback card. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Now we have a sticker as well, which not a good sign to me. I never like a sticker. So yeah, that's the first. I think that's all. So let's just start building. Alright, so this is what it looks like, a diabetes McLaren Senna. Now, I didn't expect that, it's fine, okay, it's decent. Now, when it comes to the quality, unfortunately, I mean, listen, the quality is decent, but I think compared to the first card that I built, this one is way better. And, it's kind of weird to looking at. Listen, it looks cool, okay? We can already see, we can already tell that it is a McLaren Senna, okay? But it's just that weird when this thing is a 6 studs wide. It's wider, but at the same time, it is. Well, it's kind of short compared to the this car. So yeah, I mean, it's okay. And yeah, unsurprisingly, it is a pullback car. So is it any good? Yikes. Apparently this thing not very good at the pullback, unfortunately. I mean, the thing is, one thing I don't, okay, so one thing I don't like about this, this set is because, sorry, one thing I don't like about this set is, first of all, the wheels. Like, okay, the wheel, but the thing is, the wheels doesn't have something to like lock the tires, so you can lose the wheels easily. Like there's no like a locking mechanism on the rims specifically, or wheels, whatever it is. And also the stickers. I do hate the stickers on this set, especially when they did something very sinful. And I don't think Lego will ever do that. Is they put the stickers on top of like a separated bricks. So like they don't make like a separate stickers for the the thing is, it's not very good. Okay, you probably get the idea. Like they put like a brick on brick and then they slap on the stickers. Okay, one giant stickers, which I don't like it. And also they do this thing multiple times. I mean, it does looks good. Okay, but the thing is, why don't they just make it a printed, just like the previous set? That's my point. So yeah, I think wasn't a good start for the mini. So I'm gonna give this one a 5.10. Wasn't really that good. Next one, please. So the third one is another pullback, but the difference is it's a 3-wheeler. So you probably tell that it is a Reliant Robin. Now you can probably tell that it is from Cars 2. You probably know the scene on Paris where chasing a 3-wheeler car, the Reliant Robin. However, there's a lot of like a variant there. First of all, you got the knockoff Lightning McQueen. Why the hell you want to buy that one? And also you got the race car version. It's called the Initial Velocity Speed. Doesn't make any sense. You got the 3-wheeler, which is the thing that I bought. You got the train, not only cars, but also you got other vehicles such as plane, train, police car, whatever it is. I Actually, I do like the police car. Like the rims, actually pretty cool. You got a yeah, I think just got two planes, one train, and that's it. So let's just open up. So this is from a Sloop band, which is known for a company, because I've seen their product multiple times. Like they made a Formula One car, obviously unlicensed Formula One car. So let's see how good this is. And I think we've seen a good news, because yeah, there's no stickers inside the thing. So yeah, it's great. So let's just build the car. Okay, so the pullback one is rather interesting. Not only you can see what inside of the the pullback ones, but also you got the this one, which is a Technic pins. It's quite interesting. Let's see how it goes. Here it is. This is what it looks like, and it looks hilarious. Now I kind of questioning, like, they leaving this area, right? Like they can just close it, but for whatever reason they just leave it there. Now one thing I did surprise when it comes to this set is there's a lot of pieces that I didn't even find on Lego. For example, is the fenders. I never find this one. Like I did find on the Speed Champion, but it's the bigger version. However, this one is like the smaller version of the fender pieces. Well, it turns out I was wrong. I don't know, maybe Lego did have that, in some sets. You got this one, a very unique roof, and also you got a unique windows as well. You got this slope pieces, 1x4 pieces, and you got different wheels as well, which I never seen that in a Lego as well. Yeah, so to be honest with you, there's a lot of some pieces that I didn't find on Lego. Like you got this one as an example. I forget. Okay, so this is a studs, but without like a connector on the bottom. So again, this is very compatible. It's compatible with a Lego. You can see it does connect it. Now the next one is, does it drive very well? Okay, it does. It drive very well. Apart, it has a sound, like a bit of clanky noises. Now, speaking of the quality, is it any good compared to the second one? Definitely. Okay, I'm gonna rate this one a 7 out of 10, because I still love this one. All right, next one is I'm just gonna put all of it. So this is a another mini racing peacemaker. Now I'm not gonna, now I'm not getting sponsored by this one. However, this one is rather different compared to what we done. Now, in fact, it's still a pullback cars, but they kind of, I'm not gonna say cheating. It's like you mod the game. Like instead of they using like regular pieces, they're now use a model pieces specifically for this one. So I can already tell that this is very reminiscent of the BMW i8, and this one is the Bugatti Chiron. Now obviously it's in unlicensed, so yeah, they got like a spin-off brand or something like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So let's just open this boat and let's just build them both. And here it is. This is the two cars that I done building. Now, surprisingly, they are very easy to build. Like it takes a couple of minutes and then done. Now, there's something that doesn't go well. Like when it comes to the accuracy, you can see that the front bumper, okay, because they are model pieces. It's very very accurate. To represent some certain cars. Obviously, they tweak it a little bit to avoiding a license thing. Now, when it comes to the proportion, for some reason, proportion it's not their main things. Like you can see like the side, like what the hell is this? Like you can see this one. It also have the same weird proportion. Now, apparently, I'm kind of addicted to buying this set, because I'm not only buying one, not one, not two, but 3 cars. Now I already built this cars. This a Mustang Shelby. You can already tell that you got this massive grill. Now I already modified this car a little bit, because again the proportion wasn't their main selling point, I guess. But the car was pretty accurate and pretty cool. Like you can see that it's representing i8. Now I did some modification, like putting a roof scoop, a giant roof scoop. Makes the windows a little bit backwards, like move the windows a little bit, so it has a really cool proportion. And I got some extended wing, and those sort of kind of things. Now this series is releasing 6 different cars. Now the 3 cars that I haven't collected is the red cars, which is a LaFerrari, the orange car, which is a Porsche 911 GT3, and lastly, which is the worst one, is the green car, Lamborghini Femino. Like they nerf it so bad, which begs the question why they make that car in the first place. Like they can make a green Huracan. I think it's understandable, but green Femino with a really weird proportion, not in my things. Now I really want to collect the LaFerrari because it's just pretty cool. And also, does it pull back very well? So let's just start with this one. It passed the test. Okay, it has a Bugatti style, Bugatti quality. This one does pass the test, and lastly, this one, which already passed the test. So, what do I think about this set? It does pretty cool. Like it has some model pieces, which something that Lego will never do this. But yeah, obviously there's a downside on this set, so I'm just gonna give this set 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best set that I've ever, on this video. So yeah, props to the Deco, I guess, the same company that built this one. So yeah, it is pretty cool. And also, there's one thing that I haven't telling you is there's one thing that I think Lego is too lazy to make this one, which is, come here, come closer. No sticker needed. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what you just see is all printed pieces. Okay, there's no sticker needed whatsoever. Okay, you don't need to put a sticker, just like the second one, which that's horrible. Yeah, I think I think it deserves to have a 9.5 out of 10. Okay, so the last set that I'm gonna talking about, and is slightly different than other set that I've been talking about before, because one, this doesn't compatible with a Lego. Now this one is a nano block, a New York taxi. Now this one is the oldest set, far as I know, because I found this set a while ago when I was a kid. Now I want to plan to buying the Formula One, the Red Bull Formula, because in fact this company does make the nano block F1. But I didn't end up buying that because it's very expensive, which defeat the purpose of you buying a knockoff or maybe like a off-brand Lego. Now it might be the most hardest thing. Like this already stressful. This car, it looks like a cheeseburger. It looks like a cheeseburger McLaren Senna, but it's very complex. Okay, it's very hard. Okay, it needs a lot of effort. It drained my energy with that thing. God, I hate that. So yeah, probably this set is gonna drain a lot of energy. So yeah, and also the reason why I'm buying this thing is because back in the day I have the I have like the where's that thing? Shit. I think I forgot to put it. Okay, so I'm just gonna telling you the reason. Okay, so I'm just gonna telling you the reason why. Now, the reason why I'm buying this this set is because I have one of these before. It was a Minion. I think it was like a Nano Block Minion, for as I know. It was a long time ago, and for some reason, I decided to let's just demolish that thing. And I have no idea how to rebuild the Minion minifigure again. And I was a kid back in the day. I have no idea what to do. So yeah, I think it brings a memory. So you get like a characteristic block, and let's just open what it said. This giant New York taxi. It's funny though that you have like a a nano block, which this one is not even compatible with the normal Lego. Okay, holy sh. Oh my god. It's gonna take a lot of effort. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god. Oh my, this is a monster. Okay, so the previous one probably just the instruction probably just this that big. Okay, this just that big. However, this one it's that big. Holy hell! How am I gonna finish this one in one night? Yeah, man, this is gonna drain a lot of my energy. But let's build this thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back at the normal angle because when I look at the instruction, I think the best way to do it is just go to sleep and get a rest because there's no way in hell I will be spending the night just finishing that one set. So yeah, I think this record. I think this video is gonna be end on morning, I guess, because I got a lot of things tomorrow. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So it's been a different day and also a different night, and yet I'm still wearing the exact same clothes. But it doesn't really matter because I finally finished building this cars. I'm glad to be able to finish building this a New York taxi or a Ford Crown Victoria, I suppose. Now there's a lot of things that surprised me when it comes to this set. First of all, that this is a Japanese company. It's called a Nanoblock, the original micro-sized building block. Okay, I didn't expect a Japanese company to make a Lego, but in the smaller scale. And also, this is an old set. Okay, I found this set when I was a kid. I think between around 2014, maybe below that. I think 2013. Okay, the time I have no idea what Lego looks like. So every time I see something with a set, I call that Lego right away. So yeah, when it comes to like a knowledge about there is a fake Lego set. I don't know that. Okay, when I was a kid. Okay, it was a long time ago. And I found this when I was in the bookstore. It's quite a random place. Like, why the hell a bookstore is that selling um, a Lego, but a Japanese Lego, whatever we're gonna call this thing. So yeah, I found this set in the most random place possible. And when I saw this one, I was like, "Oh, this is a cool set. Like, I need to get that one. I mean, it has has a wheel. It's the cars. So yeah, I kind of I really want to have this one." But at that time, you probably remember I didn't have enough money, so I decided to abandon that this set and just maybe this is my last, maybe not, maybe this is my first and last time to seeing this set, and I will never seeing this set again. But to my surprise, I found this set in the online store. In fact, people still selling this set. So yes, decided to buying this one and get my hands, and I did. So there's a bit of a nostalgic, I guess. Yeah, I'm finally glad to have this set. Now, there's a lot of things again. To my surprise, is an extra pieces. Now, when it comes to a Lego or other things like a maybe this one, there's obviously an extra pieces, but I didn't expect that the extra piece will be that much. And also, there's a lot of like a giant piece like this one. It's an example. This was a I think 1 by 8. Sorry, a 2 by 8 uh, stuff. I don't know what you call the thing. I'm not a Lego expert, but yeah, I didn't expect that you got so many and extra pieces for this set. And when it comes to this one, you can see that simplicity is the key. So there's no like no like a different piece. Unlike a Lego Speed Champion or maybe other Lego set in general, they have like a complexity. However, when it comes to this set, it didn't have. Okay, but even that, there's some like a Lego pieces. Sorry, a pieces that I didn't expect would be coming. Like you got this one like a cheese slope, and you got a jumper pieces and that, and also you got the plate which makes the hood smoother, so there's no like stud in it. But yeah, there's a lot of things like another cheese slope, which again, but it's longer cheese slope. Yeah, I didn't expect that. There's other pieces that like a Lego. So yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of like a pieces, and also the tires. I do like the tires. And in fact, this is not a rubber. This is a plastic. Even if it's plastic, you can see that it has a good quality when it comes to to their tires. So this again, this is my a well crafted wood, and it's a downhill. I'm making this at downhill. So I just put it this thing and release it. It moving, despite being despite the tire was a plastic. So when it comes to the tire quality, I think it's pretty good. But also, there's other things that I don't like it. Now, when it comes to the Japanese company, I expect it to be have a good quality. However, there's a lot of gap. I don't know, you can see that, but in the bundle, there's like a lot of gap in this one, and also in the I think this one you can see that there's a giant gap in that. And not to mention the side of the car, there are also a lot of gaps. So yeah, it wasn't really that good either. So I'm expecting to be everything has been closed. There's no like a small, maybe a small gap, but this one's like a giant gap. I don't know, you see that, but to me, the quality, I think the quality wasn't really, the quality is decent, but it's not rich like till the point was very good. It's just like okay, you get the whole point. But other than that, yeah, I do like it, and also, I didn't expect to be to have an extra wheel. So instead of four, so I have five wheels. So the fifth wheel I decided to putting on the back. So it represent a spare wheel. So it's like a 50 styles cars. I don't know, but yeah. Again, I do like this one, but obviously there's some certain thing that is disappointing when it comes to this set. But for me, I think this is a 8.5 out of 10. It's a solid number. So props to them. Okay, so one more thing that I forgot. I finally found a relic of the Minion. Not only once, but also find two. So this is the relic of the Minion. It's quite dirty and also quite dusty and muddy. It's a long story, but I can probably use this one as a maybe customize this thing maybe at a wing on this taxi. I mean, it's compatible. Like it might not be compatible to the the normal Lego, but at least it's compatible with the taxi. So yeah. Okay, so before I rate them all, there's a one honorable mention they want to telling you. This one. So this a Hot Wheels called, okay, it's upside down. So this a Hot Wheels called Breaking Speed. Now, this one is a collaboration between Hot Wheels and a Mega Bloks. Now, it's not a Lego, it's a Mega Bloks. So when people say, oh, did a Lego working together with Hot Wheels? No, it's not. It's a Mega Bloks. Okay? It's a second largest brick company in the world. Now, they do this collaboration a long time ago. Like they do like a Mega Bloks twin mill. So you got a brick version of the twin mill and other Hot Wheels lineup, which is actually pretty cool. Now, basically, it's a die cast 1/64 scale with a studs on it that is compatible to a Lego, which you can customize it with an actual Lego. And in fact, I already did that. So you got this one to add a bit of aerodynamic, even though it's not doing much. And also, I also add this one to make things higher. You can see that it's a Lego. But yeah, it was a pretty cool die cast and also pretty creative one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one I'm gonna give one 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's a pretty solid. Okay, so let's rate all the cars that I've built. And I'm just gonna say that this is the worst. Not by looks, but how the quality. I mean, the reason why I decided to change this wheel because so I can move the car properly because the original one doesn't have like a things to lock the tire, so it's not gonna lose anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna try this thing, and yeah, I think it's much better. I think it's worked properly, and now it doesn't. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I changed the wheel so you can, work as a Lego car or your brick cars, but this one, it's not. Okay, I think it's better to be a burger and you should be eaten. And again, I don't like the way they put his stickers. Like they put on like a two Lego piece and then they cover it with a one stickers. They're like something that Lego wouldn't do because it's very simple. Okay, it's a blasphemy. And you should get out of here. Okay, I don't like you. I know you're McLaren Senna. I like McLaren, but you're not. All right, so moving on. So okay, we already talked about this one. It's pretty good. And when it comes to this one, okay, so this four cars are from the exact same company. Okay, they both a pullback. They're doing pretty well. Okay, like I do like they have a different approach. Like this one is an example. It's a cars that doesn't represent anything. It's represent a race car in general. And I do like the spin off. So you got the Bosch, and they decide to use as a power spray Jeremy Clarkson, and you got the Mahle. You probably know this one, but I forgot which company is that. But I've seen this one multiple times in a racing car. But yeah, it's a pretty nice car, and I do like when they don't need a stickers. Unlike this one doesn't need sticker, and every single cars they don't need sticker as well. So I think it's a plus side for this set. I do like it. So I think they're sitting on the second. I think it's a good contender, but it's not the best one. However, this one I have the same complaint about this car, just like this one. I have the same complaint. Like they're trying something new and something that's creative. Like this one is an example, like the simplicity, and also you got the the slope, which something you get the whole points. And also when it comes to this one, there's a lot of pieces that have been found in Lego. As an example, okay, let's just butcher this car. Come on. So yeah, this is a 1x2 stud pieces, but without a stud connector on the bottom. So you can make like a splitter or maybe a canards, maybe diffuser if you can make this one. So yeah, I never seen this one in Lego, and I don't know, did Lego ever gonna make that pieces as well? And also you got a this fender pieces, which I've seen this one in Lego Speed Champion, but never seen this one on the on the smaller one for the 4-star squad specifically. You got a different wheels, and also the tires. It looks like a it's a normal groove tires. Okay, so there you go. It looks like a normal groove tires. So there's a lot of things, they have, they have some things that Lego didn't have, and I do like it, okay? And also it's a three-wheeler, so you can, there you go, you can crash around, so you can, like a Jeremy Clarkson. There you go. So I'm gonna put this one on the third one, okay? Even though the quality wasn't good, but at least they have some things new, and they have a special piece that Lego didn't have, okay? That's a good point. No, that's it. Sorry, that's a good things. However, the winner is very obvious. This is the winner. Like, I just love it. Like, I don't know, man. It's just cool. Like, even though the quality, when it comes to the quality, like you still have a lot of gap, which yeah, it's quite disappointing. But I still like it. Like, it's just simple, and like they're trying. There's something new. Like, you know what? Instead of we, follow the trend, like we make a normal Lego, we decided to make a Lego but smaller, and this is what it looks like. So yeah, props to the nano block, because here's the winner of this Lego, but it's not a Lego. Okay, so I want to add one more things that I don't like about this set. Now, usually when it comes to the other parts, you can see that it's very clean. Obviously, you can see that small bits, like it's a studs. You can see that in the bottom. Now, when it comes to Lego, Lego cars, maybe any Lego in general, there's sort of like this small bits right there, like we got this small circle. Now, some people might think like, what's this for? Okay, and so does this Japanese company. Now, because this Japanese company is thinking that maybe this small bits that happens is Lego is probably useless features, so they decided to remove all of this thing. However, there's one really good feature when it comes to this small bit. So I have this 1x2 tile pieces. I'm just gonna put this thing in random places. So as an example, I'll put this on right away. There you go. Now it's been connected. So when I try to move, it simply can. So yeah, this small bits work as they keep it keep the Lego place where it's supposed to be. Like if you put this thing, it gonna stays right here. Unlike the this nano block or nano brick, whatever we're gonna call this thing. If I put a random place, there you go. Now it's been connected. When I'm trying to move, it simply moves. So yeah, the small bits that some people might think is useless turns out is useful. So yeah, this whole thing is pretty much a railway. So you can put any random brick and it can simply move because there's no like a pins to like make sure that it's not gonna move. So yeah, that's a minus, I would say. Maybe I shouldn't think that this is a burger. Maybe I should think that this is a toy, not eatable.